I'm going live. Hello, friends. Wednesday night yarn adventures. Woohoo! Yes, we know we're like half an hour late. But we're here, and I have two phones again tonight. So just like last week. This week, though, we are like 3 states away from where we were last week, and we are in Great Falls, Montana, just outside Mountain Colors Yarn. That is right over there. And Nicole is actually in the truck right now.
Hello.
And she's shopping because we've had a fantastic day out here, including a nice little rainstorm with hail, and it was a good time. So, but we're still here, and we'll be here until 8 local time. And so, yeah, it's Mountain Standard Time. I don't know where we are. I haven't figured out what time it is in like 4 days, so that's good. Anyway, so yes, so last week we came at you from Maple Grove, Minnesota. We were just outside the Twin Cities, and we were at Amazing Threads for we were hanging out with Stephanie and Derek and having a fabulous time. Dean is popping in over here. I don't think we can see you on the other one's hand. There he is. There, I found him. Okay, now I have to go back finding the spot. Okay, I moved it, and now it doesn't like me again. Okay, anyway. Amazing Threads. We went to Sauk Center, Minnesota. We camped there, home of Sinclair Lewis. Yes, Sinclair Lewis. That was we drove past his birthplace / house. City Park. I don't know, county park. Anyway, it was on a lake, and there was a lovely trail, and it was fun. And then we got up in the morning and went to on Thursday. Last Thursday, we were at Bountiful U in Fargo, North Dakota. So we drove to our second state in our adventures, and we had a fabulous day with Carla and Katy and the rest of the crew there at the Bountiful U. And we got to have dinner at all-you-can-eat sushi place with our friend Billy Joe. Way fun. And do you remember the name of the all-you-can-eat sushi place? It was all-you-can-eat sushi and hibachi. So it was like really good. Izumi, yeah. Izumi in Fargo, really good. It's like in West Fargo, sure. I mean, Fargo is Fargo. So once you're there, you might as well go to the side where the Costco is, right? Anyway, so dinner there. We camped at Lindenwood, one of our favorite campsites in the city, in town. And then we got up on Friday morning, and we drove to Bismarck and set up at the Saratoga County Park there in Bismarck. And we were not ready for the amount of yarn that these people do not get to have on a daily basis. So we were busy in Bismarck, and we had a fabulous time, though. We got to hang out. We had some crafters who hung out with us for most of the day. And then we just really enjoyed it. And that was July 3rd. Fireworks going off. We were down by the Super Slide amusement park, which is in Bismarck. We drove past the Capitol. We did all kinds of fun stuff. So, and we really, really enjoyed visiting Bismarck. And I think that it's going to be, we'll definitely be going back, I think. So, really busy. We had 3 very busy days in a row, and we were ready. We ordered yarn. We panic ordered yarn. So, if you're seeing us in the next few days, today we're at Great Falls. On Friday, we're going to be in Cheney, Washington at the Craft Cupboard, and we have a pretty good selection for there, but we're definitely starting to show some things that are gone. We're picking up some more yarn here in a few minutes from the shop where we're at. So from Mountain Colors, We'll have Mountain Colors yarn on the truck, which I'm very excited about. And then we'll be heading toward North Cascades National Park. And on the 13th, we are set up at Quilting Mayhem, the Fiber Riot inside Quilting Mayhem. So we'll be outside. Fiber Riot is inside. I'm teaching a couple of classes, including cables. So intro to knitting, cables, and then also sweater math. So that'll be fun. And we have about 600 skeins of yarn arriving at Quilting Mayhem in the next few days because we know that you guys really like yarn and fiber. We also have ordered some fiber to pick up in a couple of weeks. We have finalized our order for the Nevada box and got that in. We are all set to pick up all of our Oregon box stuff. So Oregon box, our Arkansas Yarn Adventure box has gone live. And so that is up for pre-order until the end of the month. And we are super excited to be working with Apothecary for some amazing fiber, and with Apothecary Fibers, one of our favorites. And then Ridge Mountain Yarn Co. from down in Mena that we visited last year on our November circle of Texas circle. We talked to Missy, and she's going to make us some really cool mini skein sets, DK mini skein sets. So I'm pretty excited about that. That's going to be fun. And let's see what else. Okay, so I got to Bismarck. Bismarck was great. Super lovely. It rained, poured down rain on us right at the end of the day. So we packed it in right on time and headed to Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park, just down the way, outside of Mandan. And that was right on the Missouri River. Apparently, Mandan, North Dakota is like fireworks central. I had no idea it's a thing. And like the people in Bismarck were like, "Oh, you're going to Mandan." And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "But it's the 4th." And I was like, "Okay." It was a thing. Anyway, so we got to the state park in the evening, and after we had picked up groceries, and they handed us a map at the front like gatehouse, and Dean looked at it and then like was like, "Okay, it's fine, whatever." And like then we proceeded to drive to the campground and wander around the campground because we couldn't find our campsite. So we drove very slowly throughout the entirety of this campground, finding our site. I opened up the map like later after we got set up, and I was like, "Oh, look, there's a whole map of where all the campsites are at this campground." Anyway, that was a whole thing. So we did that. And then we did, sorry, I'm distracted. So we drove all around. And while we were doing that, apparently we got the attention of a lot of people because it was packed. I think this is the busiest weekend, like for the whole year for this campground. We were lucky to get a site, but it was absolutely lovely. We were super close to the restroom, like shower house, and we had nice neighbors, and it was just really fun. And we got contacted, and we a couple people reached out to us, and so on the 4th, after much fireworking over in the evening on the 3rd, you could hear the booms and the crackles and the pops, and the fireworks were quite loud. We set up the truck on the 4th in the afternoon and invited those people who had reached out to us to come by and say hello. So we had a visitor from Bend, Oregon, Dorothy and her lovely husband, John, and their doggo, Cooper, who were just so cute. Dorothy got picked out some fabulous skeins. We also had a couple of other people stop in whose names I can't remember off the top of my head, but they were also super great. We really enjoyed visiting with them and learning about where they were from. One was from, both of them were from the Bismarck, Mandan area. And so that was kind of interesting. And you can really tell that there's just not a yarn shop in that area. So I think we provided a much needed service of yarn. So we did that, and then we're there on the 4th. We did not go check out the fireworks. So apparently there's a hill at Fort Abraham Lincoln State Park that everyone climbs, and you can see the Bismarck fireworks from that hill. I was not interested in going up the hill for that. What?
I need my phone.
Okay, Dean needs his phone. So cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going on Instagram, and Dean's gonna do something else with his phone. So, you on the Facebook and the YouTubes. Until next week, we will see you later. You can check out all week on Patreon. I will be spinning every day for Tour de Fleece. Thanks. Bye, friends. Okay, so